Be careful, it's right slippy today outside.
This week on isletunes, you're getting a grab-baggy variety pack of island musicians, including a throwback with Redstone, a father-son double act, and y'all want some new East Pointers? Of course you do. Yous ready, PEI? Let's get her done! How's she going, Prince Edward Island? I am your host, Adam Michael James, and you are listening to the January 30th, 2026 episode of the Music PEI Award nominated isletunes. I don't even know how the first month of January is over already, but dang, what a month. It's even a little amazing the planet is still here given the fluctuating foolishness of Agent Orange, if you know who I mean, and that's all I'm gonna say about that for now. Except Renee Good and Alex Preddy. Keep saying their names, you guys. If Bruce Springsteen can do it, so can we. Now, this is still a music show, so I need y'all to whip out your phones and set your GPS to Schooner Town. That's the brand new album from the East Pointers that came out last Friday after a fishing net full of singles. You already know that these pointy Easters are comprised of Tim Chasen and Jake Charon, and Heavenly band member Cody Chasen, who unfortunately passed all too young in 2022. What you may not know is that during the early days of the COVID pandemic, not that it ever actually ended, these guys streamed live readings of chapters of Anne of Green Gables, leading off with Cody and including such scope for the imagination as Catherine McClellan, Irish Mythen, Colin MacDonald from the Trues, and even Miss Anne with an E. Shirley herself, Megan Follows. Tim and Jake are currently on tour in support of their new record, having just finished shows in Leeds, Dublin, and London, and I don't mean Ontario. If you want a chance to catch them, they'll be back Canada side starting in St. John's February 27th, wrapping up right here in Charlottetown on April 25th. In the meantime, I guess you want to hear some of this new folk mixed with pop and dance, and it's not like I can't hook you up. Continuing with nautical terms, let's do a deep dive and swim with the final track of Schooner Town. This is the East Pointers with Sea Spirit, which is also in the spirit of an
isletunes world premiere.
moi je ne chanterai pas en montant la rivière. Et moi je ne chanterai pas car la mienne est trop belle. Que ce serait doux en montant la rivière. Que ce serait doux de vivre avec elle. De vivre avec elle, oh guide, de vivre avec elle. Dans un petit logis en montant la rivière, dans un petit logis tout près d'une fontaine, et où tous les matins en montant la rivière, où tous les matins la mariée se baigne, la mariée se baigne, oh guide, la mariée se baigne. Elle s'y est embaignée en montant la rivière. Elle s'y est embaignée qu'un jour elle se noie. Le libéro chantait en montant la rivière. Le libéro chantait un cantique de Marseille. Cantique de Marseille, oh guide, un cantique de Marseille.
The Gorgeousness of Goodell on isletunes with the track En montant la rivière from their 2009 self-titled album. If Google Translate is right, that means going up the river. Another important interpretation is the name Goodell itself, one being feisty female, and this group has four of those: Hélène Bergeron, Louise Arsenault, Caroline Bernard, and Samantha Gallant. Though the record from which you just heard a selection appears to be the only one in Goodell's repertoire, the foursome hasn't exactly been in hiding in the ensuing years, as you can typically find them performing at Village Musical Acadien in Mont-Carmel during the summer months. From French to Mi'kmaq? You know that's how isletunes rolls. Lone Cry, who started out as the Lone Cry Singers, is based out of the Scotch Fort Reserve in Abequit First Nation. This powerful drum group, desiring to enlighten people about Mi'kmaq culture, began performing locally only to take their show and lessons to the rest of Eastern Canada and New England in the States as well. In 2014, they recorded selections from their set lists and released the album Koju Anishinaabe, Anishinaabe being the Ojibwe word for native person. I'm not a fan of crows. I'm still pretty sure one of them suckers stole a pair of glasses of mine once, but Lone Cry's flying in with some rhythmic righteousness, a little something called crow hoppin', drumming its way into isletunes. no stoppin' when it's Lone Cry Crow hoppin' on isletunes. Coming up, O'Leary isn't just known for its potato museum anymore. Brendan Howard Roy confronts the fear, and Kinley goes to Washington. You know how they always ask, how do you want history to remember you? That's certainly a potent question right about now, especially given the occupation of Minneapolis. But really, when you break it down, history is just facts, no matter who tries to rewrite those facts. This happened on this date and involved these people. And this island has a lot of involvement with all of those, as evidenced by the treasure trove supplied by islandnewspapers.ca. isletunes now presents This Week in PEI History. January 30th, 1945. The Charlottetown Guardian showcased Charlottetown dietitian First Lieutenant Flora H. Gordon, a graduate of Prince of Wales College, who at that point was supervising meal preparations and other nutritional needs for battle casualties of the U.S. Army recovering at the 194th General Hospital in England. Flora also visited patients to check on their progress and worked to make full use of whatever leftovers they had to prevent waste at a time when food wasn't necessarily as plentiful. Should I mention that these soldiers were injured fighting the Nazis, like the ones trying to do up an American version of the Third Reich right now? January 31st, 1964, The Guardian, on its island news page, mind you, announced that the Agricultural Subcommittee of the Centennial Committee, keep in mind 1964 was the 100th anniversary of the Charlottetown Conference that led to Dominion, was extending to islanders the chance to have their farms recognized as century farms. To qualify, your farm just needed to be in active operation and to have maintained the same name for at least 100 years. It was estimated that there were 500 farms on the island that could be eligible for the honor, and those chosen for it were to be given plaques that bore the centennial symbol and the words Century Farms 1964. I'm curious if any current-day farms still boast this plaque. You'll have to get in touch and let me know.
Hi, I'm Baja Royalty, and you're listening to isletunes with Adam Michael James.
Entre ya lo ya coincidimos que no es
Luisa Guiza with her most recent single Para Ti on isletunes. Luisa and her fusion of traditional Latin and Latin funk comes to us by way of the country of Colombia. She was a student of Holland College's School of Performing Arts program. In 2023, she fronted the band Guiza, which made a music PEI splash with their album The Answer. The following year, Luisa provided her own answer by going solo. And if you want to see her on stage, you never have to look far. She regularly performs from tip to tip, both on her own and with the Montuno Cubano duo. Just like rhythm is the heartbeat of a song, the drummer is the heartbeat of a band, and when you're drummer Elijah McDougall, you supply that heartbeat to songs by several other artists. But that shouldn't preclude him from putting heart into his own material, and that's what he did when he went solo in 2022, playing almost every instrument for his album The Boy Who Would Be. And Elijah doesn't just know from building a song, he's been part of McDougall's Lumbershacks for years, crafting cabins, sheds, and the like. It's a family business too, with Papa Peter running the show, and wouldn't you know, it isn't just carpentry that runs in this family, music does too, and both Peter and Elijah have new music out. You know where I'm going with this. Let's do a McDougall multi-pack, starting with a cut from Elijah's EP Sola from last year. It's called Mercy, and it's kicking off this
isletunes Rock Block.
On the ground, they thin until they're not. And the same fate for man at the end of the day, if not for mercy.
There's a song I'm gonna sing. It's kinda country. I'm gonna say hallelujah, praise the Lord. It may not be your everyday song that you'd hear on the radio, but still it's country. It's gospel, it's for the Lord. for the Lord. You won't hear of a troubled man whose life is ruined. Now you won't find me in a bar in deep despair. This song's about amazing grace. I saw the light, but still it's country. It's gospel, it's for the Lord. Now you might find me sometimes with a heavy burden. Yeah, there's troubles and some trials, they're still around. But I got someone to help me carry those heavy burdens. So I sing country, gospel for the Lord. Yeah, I sing country, gospel for the Lord.
All right, I don't usually play Christian stuff. If I feature one religion, I gotta feature them all. But how can I resist a father-son rock block? Peter McDougall with Kinda Country from his new album Down Here, which just came out January 9th. It's a follow-up to his record Broad Road from 2021, and even that is a follow-up to his 2005 CD Pour Out Your Spirit, which didn't just pick up a Music PEI nomination, it featured musicians Richard Wood, Jimmy Platts, Todd McLean, and Peter himself playing accordion. O'Leary. Named for Michael O'Leary, the guy who founded the Up West Settlement in 1837, incorporated as a village in 1951, incorporated as a community in 1983. Then there's O'Leary, the band, that got together in 2012. The sextet of Danny Dowling, Ben McElwain, Ryan Hale, Sean Patterson, Garrett Curley, and Chris Godet decided that somebody needed to mix punk into Celtic music and add in some metal and bluegrass while they were at it. The tangible result was their album Red Roads of Home, which came out in 2015. Here's a sample from that record, and you don't even have to make the trip up the 2 if you don't want to. This is O'Leary talking about a dude from the other end of the island, the Miser of Morel, on the Queens County-based isletunes.
Sit down, Sonny, and I'll tell you a story. Oh, wretched sin of a man. Born in Morel, some say hell. I'll believe in the latter if I can. We always live for the ladies and he lived for the liquor. Found himself in cards one day. Said it can't be sinning if I just keep winning, and I'll take all your money if I may. 'Cause there ain't none wiser than that Morel miser. Got to
Oh, hell yeah to O'Leary, giving you the tale of the Miser of Morel on isletunes. Would love to hear some more island storytelling from these guys. Maybe something like The Barbarian of Borden Carlton? Still to come, Redstone wants you to wear your mittens. Brandon Howard Roy gets tough, and Kinley hits up the 202 with an overlay of 771. I knew it. Some of y'all are making plans to take your sweethearts out for Valentine's Day in a couple of weeks. How about dinner and a show? Start off by hitting the new Burger King in Stratford, like I haven't already been there way too many times, and then settle in for the main event, which you can take your pick of after hearing about it on Gigs to Dig across Prince Edward Island. Saturday, January 31st, it's Blues Summit 4 with guests Roland Beaulieu and Adam Goudet at the Scott Macaulay Performing Arts Center in Summerside. Also on the 31st, Zebedee is having a house concert. Message him for information. Monday, February 1st, it's Janet McGarry and friends. Weather permitting, I would assume, because of that snow dump we're getting, so you might want to check into that. But if it goes through, it's supposed to happen at Beaconsfield Carriage House. Thursday, February 5th, it's Island Jazz. Mercy Please with Spencer Soloduca at Baba's Lounge. Looking ahead, February 6th, it's the Trio from Mars album launch featuring the Wrong Planet Band at the Trailside Music Hall. February 7th, it's Sirens, Riddle Me This at Park Royal United in Charlottetown. February 12th, it's Fiddler's Sons as part of the Winter Shine series at the Scott Macaulay Performing Arts Center in Summerside. Valentine's Day, remember that? Tons of shows to choose from. We'll start with this one. February 14th, Amanda Jackson with Route 225 at the Trailside. Also, Valentine's Day dinner and show featuring Catherine McClellan and Lucy Farrell at Copper Bottom Brewing in Montague. Rounding out Valentine's Day, February 14th, it's We Three and former members of the Blue Crystals at the Jack Blanchard Hall in Charlottetown. And not to be outdone, February 15th, it's Valentine's Sunday Brunch featuring Lawrence Maxwell, Kelly Mooney, and Route 225. That's happening at the Florence Simmons Performance Hall. And don't forget, Baba's Lounge holds an open mic night every Wednesday at 9 p.m., hosted by the one and only Kinley.
Hi, this is Richard Wood, and you're listening to isletunes.
swears he loves me anyway. I'm choking on that lump of clay, and the chill never goes away like wet mitts in a cold on that lump of clay, and the chill never goes away like wet mitts in a cold day. Oh, the chill never goes away like wet mitts in a cold day.
The traditional Celtic sounds of Redstone from 1995, that was Wet Mitts on a Cold Day, something we know little about these days. Not. Of course, from their album Faint Traces, and of course on isletunes. Islander Margie Carmichael joined Ontario native Steve Sherratt and Manitoba native Sigrid Rolfe to create this album based on their original tunes that tended to focus on the Maritimes. As Redstone often performed at Orwell Corner Hall, that's where they cut their record, intending to capture the sound of their summer Cayleys. It would appear this is the only album in Redstone's discography, and its members stuck close to home with their shows, preferring not to tour beyond that for the sake of their kids. Right on. Yous ready to meet the love child of Mika and Freddie Mercury? That's how Brandon Howard Roy has been described, and though he came to PEI from Montreal in 2014 to do a little acting, the BRH stuck around and decided to make his musical debut 5 years later. Turned out he was a big fan of Paper Lions, so he teamed up with member Colin Buchanan to produce his music and persuaded David Cyrus McDonald to do the drumming. As for Brandon's manifesto to, quote, inspire more queer art in this really magical place, unquote, yes, please. From his 2021 album Tough Stuff, this is Brandon Howard Roy on isletunes with The Fear.
Started drinking at 2 p.m. Couldn't fight it, so I joined in like a fool. It's tragic that it should come to this. Opportunities that I missed, acting cool. Awake, asleep, swimming in concrete. This is our fate, I guess. You might be my worst distraction when I am called to action. I can barely move my legs. Oh, my legs won't move. There is no justification. We have no destination. You won't rest, I can't forget. You won't rest until I learn it's a disease. This fear in me is just a disease. It is just a disease. This fear in me is just a disease. I wasn't always scared of the light of day and of what it had to say. Now I am. Must be the freedom. Never had so much before. Options, choices, open doors. Now I can choose and open in my has been. Who has never been there before? You might be my worst distraction when I am called to action. I can barely move my legs. Oh, my legs won't move. There is no justification. We have no destination. You won't rest, I can't forget. You won't rest until I learn it's a disease. This fear in me is just a disease. legs. Oh, my legs won't move. Baby's no justification. We have no destination. You won't rest, I can't forget. You won't rest until I learn it's a disease. This fear in me, it is just a disease. This fear in me, it is just a disease. This fear in me, it is just a disease.
Brendan Howard Roy conquering the fear on isletunes. Not for nothing, it isn't only PEI who's been treated to his music. Some of it's also been played on the Disney Plus show PJ Masks. No masks with this lady, though. She says that her lyrics are like I'm writing in my diary, only it comes with rhymes and melodies. She spent 10 years with the band Hey Rosetta, and then got together with her cuz Liam Corcoran to form The Express. There's also her work with Dennis Ellsworth to be considered. Likely you've figured out by now that I'm talking about Kinley, and in 2016 she came out swinging as a solo artist, lyricizing her painful experience with sexual assault to create a song intended to teach people about consent. Her most recent release is last August's New Light, but it's a visit to her self-titled 2020 album we're going to make here, so get your passports and let's trek down to Washington with Kinley on Air isletunes.
When the birds of a feather flock together to sing their freedom song, some men got scared, even dared to say that the words were wrong. But the women knew the time had come for them to be heard, and the power was always inside of them. So they sang this song they learned. Everybody's born to be free. Be who you want to be. I'm being me. With our feet on the ground. No, we're not backing down. 'Cause the time is now. Oh, Washington, I'll walk with you every
We're not backing down because the time is now. Kinley telling it like it is with her 2020 track Washington on isletunes. She says that the song was inspired by her having attended the Women's March in Charlottetown on January 21st, 2017, when thousands of others were protesting the first inauguration of Hair Pumpkin Führer in DC. Kinley recorded a first version with Dennis Ellsworth, but she retooled it and tracked it again 3 years later. Everyone knows love conquers. That's going to do it for this episode and for January. February, of course, is Black History Month, and next week it's going to be an episode full of island artists of color. If you don't like it, you probably shouldn't be listening to this show, because isletunes is here to lift up everybody. Unless you're a fascist. Y'all, not so much. If you enjoy this podcast, and I certainly design each installment to inspire maximum enjoyment, you can help support it by becoming a subscriber on Patreon for $5 measly a month. In return, you get exclusive video content. You can also snatch up some isletunes merch over at isletunes.creator-spring.com. Incidentally, any toonies gathered goes toward the expenses involved with the show. I might be doing it for free, but it ain't free to do it. Non-monetary ways to get the word out about isletunes include clicking subscribe if you're listening on ye old YouTube. It helps the algorithms or some such whatnot. And Natch, you can always like the show on Facebook and Instagram and share such posts which are meant to elevate this podcast delinquency. Comments, questions, suggestions, text or leave a voicemail on 902-807-4250 or zap an email to amj@isletunes.ca. Musical contribution to the isletunes theme by Kaylin McCauley and John Hashem. Show concept by Rocky O'Neill. Coordination assistance by Jackie Robichaux. I'm Adam Michael James, and as Janet Jackson once said,
That's the end?
but we'll do it all again next week with another batch of music made here on the island, as I said, with a spotlight on artists of color to mark Black History Month. In the meantime, lots of crazy ish going on, especially down south where the color orange is trying to turn the whole thing into a police state. When I was growing up in various states, we always said it couldn't happen there, but psych. So keep Canada free of that crap, would ya? After all, you guys' national anthem does say the true north strong and free. Or in the words of Dutch diplomat Gijs de Vries, ultimately freedom and democracy are stronger than fear and tyranny. You know it. Thanks for listening, PEI. See you in 7.